So Kaylynn, what is different about this keyboard? The color of the keys, that's the first difference that you notice when you look at this. The fact that there's a space here so you can easily locate the home keys when you're not looking at the keyboard, because I know I never look at the keyboard when I'm typing. There's the portability of the keyboard. It doesn't go into a normal keyboard port, it goes into a USB, and the cord wraps around real cute, so it's nice and compact. There's 53 keys to it, but it functions like a 104 key one. There's no 10 key to the side, as you can see. Just really actually, even whenever you're typing in another language, it's a lot easier than typing on another one, but there's just a ton of stuff packed into this compact little keyboard, and that's a huge difference. Why is it so colorful? It's actually color-coded so that the keys, well, number one, it's in alphabetical order, which I should have mentioned before. So A through M are over here, N through Z is over here, and those are all in green. The punctuation's in this pretty little light blue, and then the others are function keys. So each key has 5 different functions to it, so thank goodness that it is color-coded, because that's actually how I learned how to use this. How easy or difficult was this to use? Well, actually, I kept going back to thinking about my first typing classes because I knew I was going to have to think in a different way and take myself back to being a beginner with this. For someone that's trained to know one thing, I'm an old dog that doesn't like to learn new tricks. So it was hard to break out of the mindset of the standard keyboard to start using this, but once you do that, it makes a lot more sense. It's very logical how it's set up, and there is definitely a thought process behind it. So just like anything else, practice makes perfect, but I think for beginners, it would definitely, it makes more sense, so I think it might be easier to learn versus the traditional keyboard. Where can you see it being used? I definitely, like I said before, it made me think about learning how to type in first grade and sitting there in class and just getting into that right position with my feet spaced perfectly, my back in perfect posture, my hands spaced and on the right keys, and wondering, why are the keys in this order? Is this just the way these nuns are trying to drive me insane? So I think that primary schools would have a great time using it because they are in alphabetical order, and I think that would be easier because, like I said before, I keep saying it's logical. Everything with this makes sense, so I think that would be great. I know with the hunt and peck type, people who type like that, I call them two-finger typists, I think it might be easier for them because of how much it makes sense with the keys being in alphabetical order again, because you're not looking for anything, it's right there. Just any beginner, I think it would be great for them to learn how to use this. And how much does it cost and where can you get one? It's actually $59.98 and you can find it on newstandardkeyboards.com. That's not a ridiculous price for a keyboard. That's right in the median of how much they cost. So for something that's so different, so unique, I think that's a great price. We're going to be giving this very keyboard away so you can take it home and have something new to try out and play with. If you go to nsk.techberg.com, and what we want you to do for the competition is to just tell us a reason why you think the QWERTY keyboard was set up the way it is. We know the reason it was, but any reason you give, we're going to pick the best one or the right one, or we might just pick randomly. But there will be only one winner, and you get to take this little baby home.